As I sit here losing my mind about my face weeping blood and my eyebrows still falling out and freaking out over my appearance and feeling pathetic and petty and vain, it does occur to me that, like, this karmic challenge was perfectly crafted by God to torture me and kill my ego. And I just finished an essay called Steve Buscemi's Brother Was Right. And the alternate title, which I don't think I want to go with, is My Life is a Trap Designed to Kill Me. My life is a crucible designed by God to crucify me and destroy my ego. And if you go by that theory, if you go by the theory that God crafted the suffering for me in advance and I signed up for it in advance, then you can go with the theory that he's going to leave me enough of a face to not feel mortified about my appearance and just hide and wait to die like a recluse, because that makes me want to die even more. But I'm just going, I'm tired of people gawking and staring and glaring and hating me for suffering. This sucks. And I just want to hide and die. And if I do that, I won't be able to live my dreams. I won't be able to be a stand-up comedian. I probably won't be able to get the word out about Morgellons being real and Joni Mitchell having it and you being able to take your dog's medicine. And then you too could bleed for 7 years. And then in my essay that's attempting to be comedic, I would say, and then in the dystopian nightmare called America, Joni Mitchell would sue me for making her bleed. I love Joni Mitchell. She's my childhood idol. She's a wonderful, creative, sensitive soul. And she and people like her are dying of this thing while they tell some 14-year-old kid, there's nothing burrowing in your flesh. Take this psych medicine and shut up. Here, we're going to medicate you out of existence and turn you into a zombie. It's all in your head. It's not, and that's bullshit. So I can't really give up on my life, not just because I want to live my dreams and be a stand-up comedian, but also because if I don't get some notoriety in this dystopian clusterfuck of an vulgarity and ignorance-worshipping nightmare called America, a place I call pornographic Disneyland, no one will know this thing's real. No one will know how to cure it, and I know both those, and people need that. So long after I give up on my fundamentalist faith in Christ, I have some faith in a revelation of Jesus I had in 1978 in Jerusalem that was really wonderful, and I go, well, even if you leave aside all of the magical bullshit that is religion, I want to try and help other people that have this illness. They won't know me unless I'm famous. Even if I just hide and grow weed and write, no one will read it because no one gives a shit. And so I really can't give up, and that sucks. And I'm just going to not give up and lose the battle and win the war by retreating, renting a room, and regrouping. And I'm telling myself that's not a defeat. It kind of is. I spent 7 years going, I got evicted and I don't have energy to get another place to live. I'm just going to make my dream happen. Hey, my rich, famous cousin's going to look at my work. My other rich, famous cousin who's married to one of the top directors in Hollywood, worth about $500 million with Oscars, and the other cousin has an Emmy. They said they would. Oh no. You didn't know that you really weren't raised by wolves because wolves are nice and malignant sociopaths are mean. And the interweb told me that my family was made up of malignant narcissists and I didn't know it. The Hasidic rabbi that my mom sent me to reconvert me to Judaism when I hadn't really deconverted, I just joined a crazy Christian church because I'm a Jewish believer in Jesus and there's nowhere for me. Foxes have holes and the birds of air have their nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head and I have nowhere to be. Even he said that the judgment day is what you're doing in the darkness, you're going to do in the light. And I said, gee, the interweb told me my crazy famous cousin is evil. My mom's still saying no. He's saying, don't bother them. They can't make a call to get you a job. My work was well reviewed by the industry. I called a guy worth $500 million. It took me 6 interactions with his assistant to get him on the phone. He was busy showering in his office and recovering from the last meeting. And he said, you're great. We'd love your work. Let's make a movie. Bring us your cousin. And like a dumbass, because I decided to bite the hand that fed me before it fed me, I bit the hand that didn't feed me. And he said, guess what? We know some shit you don't know. Your cousin's crazy. You're probably crazy. The work is great, but we don't give a shit. You can't bring us a movie star later. No, we won't get you an agent. There's your retainer back. So, note to self, kids, and anyone out there within the sound of my voice or in movie land, if you think that you hired a guy worth $500 million, you never hired a guy worth $500 million. All you did was you applied for a job you didn't know you were applying for, and now are floating around in the middle of the ocean going, I'm treading water and drowning, and here comes a big boat called my mom's lawyer, and my mom talking shit and saying, be grateful for the rope, and we'll throw you the rest of the life preserver. And I'm like, I can't reach it, and I can't fake it. And then they just sail away. And then I'm treading water and drowning and looking for an island going, help! I'm bleeding on a street corner, dystopian nightmare called America where no one cares about facts. science, medicine, reality, morality, mortality, a damn thing. We got a reality star president. And I think I'm just going to, I keep yelling for too long. I'm going to cut down the amount that I yell because it's really annoying. It's not funny, so just why bother? We used to be the greatest country on earth. Now we're not even a shitty reality show. We elected an insane, insidious, snake oil salesman, mobster, orangutan, comb-over, corporate whore who only knows that the people inside his head, who all of whom are named Donald Trump, are real, and he's going to remake the world in his own image to assuage his feeling of being a douchebag because he's a douchebag. Him, an ugly, loud, rude, sexual assailant with a bunch of money from my dad that I'm running into the ground and getting Mark Burnett and the Kremlin to refurbish my image and give me an infusion of mob capital. Why wouldn't you love me? Well, gee, John, because you just... And I've had an interesting insight into my own situation. When you have a malignantly narcissistic mom, you don't know the difference between reality and fantasy because what they tell you is, by living, you're killing me. Stop that. And so now I sit here doing Don Trump's mom. I don't know what she sounds like. She's from Scotland. I'm doing Mrs. Doubtfire. The comedy routine was free, right? Oh, Donald. We all know you're not the sharpest tool in the shed, but you're my little champ and you're my Donald. And look at it this way. You're the leader of the free world. You're the president of the United States. We all know you didn't collude, Donnie. Just go out in Air Force One and ride around the planet with your friends Duarte and Putin. And you know what, Donnie, while we're on the subject, can I just mention again that it's really not proper for the First Lady of the United States and the mother of my grandchildren to be a Latvian whore. Damn it, Mom, is everyone against me? I told you, I don't know what colluding is. I don't know how to collude. I didn't collude. And she's not a Latvian whore, okay? Could you knock it off with that? Everybody knows I'm going to trade her in on a new model pretty soon. Could you just stop until I do and leave me alone with that, Ma? So. And she's sitting there going, what are you looking at? You don't like black polka dots on a white background? What, you never heard of that? Okay, go tell someone who cares. I'm going to visit orphans. Don't talk to me. I don't care. I have orphans to not care about. I don't need you to not care about. I have orphans in cages with the... You know, the apocalypse was a lot funnier when I started making fun of it. Now my job is to stand around on the Titanic, get the attention of the people lounging around in lawn chairs, explain to them that the ship is sinking, and make it funny. You know the problem with that? You can't. You want to know why? We're all going to die sooner than we needed to because Don Trump is lemming in chief and he's saying, come on with me, everyone. Okay, follow me, everybody. I'm going to fly. You're not going to fly. It's going to suck. You're going to die sooner than you needed to. I didn't want to tell this country it's materialistic, death-worshipping clusterfuck, but it is. We have no idea what crazy and evil is because it's us.